Alright, guys, we're back for round two's review for Supercoach 2025. Um, 2025 felt weird saying, but I guess we are in it. Um, a lot better week this week, so really corrected the team. Had to use a boost for it, but I think overall, if it fixes the team, it's fine to use one. 2035, the score. I did see a couple of 2100 scores. So top 1% is good, but I thought I'd be close to like top 3%. You take that. 60k in rank boost, I'll take that. This is kind of the rank that I thought I'd start at, is in the 20,000s, work towards 10,000. But yeah, so a week late on stuff, but I think there was so much carnage that happened on the weekend. Bailey Smith not playing, and a couple injuries and some really bad scores, right? Really helped in the rank. But as for the team, it went all right. It looked like I plugged a couple of holes for at least a week. I think that this week I'm going to have to... This week I feel like I need about 4 or 5 trades. Obviously I've only got 3. It's kind of in a weird spot. There's a couple of picks here that they're just failed picks. Like, they might have gave me a good score, but they are failed picks. It even starts, like, say we start in defense at Sheasel. I think you could have went without. Everybody had him. It's going to be a bit misleading, the number now. Let's see if I could find like a round, even like a round 0. Yeah, Sheasel, 68% owned. Most real teams had him in. Always consider there's about like 30 to 40,000 just dead teams. People making alternate accounts and stuff like that. So when you really see a number over 65, it's all the real teams have him anyway. I think you could have went without him. I think that the correct thing would have, like, the correct formula would have been Zorko. Like Zorko, Clark, and I mean, Dale was always kind of like on the cusp of being a good defender, but typically what happens is he'll put up 3 or 4 good scores like this, and then have 2 like bad games, pretty harsh like bad games. Like, I'm talking not just sub 100, I'm talking like sub 70, and that really kills you when you're spending so much to get him in. I think Sinclair has also done like really good this year. Probably should have put a bit more thought into him, but it's just hitting that extra 600k price point is it was pretty hard to get to this year. Other years, I don't know, maybe it's easier this year than it has been other years, but I know from like trading around in this team, I really hurt myself going 1, 2, 3, 4 600k players. I really should have only went 3. I should have probably dropped Neil or Sarong. But yeah, Sheasel, he was okay. Like, talking about the game outside of a Supercoach sense, he was okay. He's got just a natural knack for finding the ball, which really helps. Just didn't get around it enough. And like, if you look at, I think this has stats now, game stats. Yeah, I mean, like, he still had almost 30 touches, 7 marks and stuff like that. It's just, you need to get around it a bit more, where it's contested touches and where you're getting efficient touches and stuff like that. It's kind of the way the game works nowadays. These uncontested guys, you have to have very high amount of touches, like 35 plus, for it to negate you not having those contested touches and stuff like that. Clark, I thought, was excellent. Probably the shining light for Freo this year. I think Freo are not playing good. I kind of went through and made like a Freo best 22/23. It's not that good for the amount of money they're spending. I think the team should be a fair bit better. The problem I've seen is their defense is not stable, and that's going to come up. We're going to talk about a team that starts with E and ends in Omers. They stink, but like Frio's defense is not up to par, and I think that's what's really going to hold them back from being a solid team. Their forward line needs like a real tall. Like Tracy can get the job done, but you want like a real tall in there, like a Kerno, Mackay. Like Mackay, I don't like, but he has won a Coleman, so he can kick a goal. Jesse Hogan, like a real key forward back there. I think that would have been better for them to spend their money on than Shea Bolton, who they've already kind of got that archetype of player. But yeah, Jordan Clark was good. He's kind of that connecting piece. He pushes up into the midfield, but not enough that it's ruining like his defensive scoring. Like he'll still have intercepts and stuff like that. Not Luke Ryan amount of intercepts, but he'll still have them. Yeah, 5. I mean, 5 isn't a bad number for someone that's pushing forward. Yeah, I really like watching Jordan Clark as well. It's not like terrorist ball like Luke Ryan last year was. Yeah, it's just I don't know. I don't know how far Freo push with this game plan, because I mean 0-2 should have probably beat Sydney. It was a close game. Should have beat Sydney, but blown out by Geelong. Not even close against Geelong. We'll see how it goes. Roberts. First half, I didn't even see him, man. Like, first half of this game kept getting turned off. It was so boring, like the Freo Sydney game. So I didn't really see any of Roberts. Towards the end, he was getting his points, but I think this is a pretty safe pick. Like, we all knew that he's just going to be, say, Jake Lloyd light. Like, Jake Lloyd used to be the 140 guy. So, if he can stay 105 plus, then I'll take it. Especially for, what did he start at? 40k, so what's that, like 420, 430, round about. You take that. A good value pick, considering the team, the scheme, and his scoring output. Jaden Short, on the other hand, boy oh boy, this guy's getting traded. Correct pick in terms of mindset and like going off his past, right? So Short's been okay in the past in Supercoach, and thinking that because Richmond are going to be bad, he's going to have more of the ball, a couple more kickouts and stuff like that. Sure, this is a bad pick. None of that's really working. If he gets kickouts, like, they're not great. He hasn't got like majority kickouts, I don't think. Give me a second. Yeah, so I'm not sure how visible this is for you guys. It's a little blurry on my screen, the preview screen. But Short only had 1 kickout. Last week he had 7, which is like, that's the number you're trying to hit, like 5 plus. He still only scored 80. So like, yeah, Ben Miller's taking kickouts. It's really hard pick to justify now. I mean, we just look at, pardon me, all of the Richmond statistics. We go centre bounces. Taranto's not really a pick this year. Hopper, you can't pick. Nank is a ruck. No one here's like really a crazy pick. It's just Richmond's a pretty dead team for Supercoach nowadays. They kind of always have been. Like Dusty's always 1 year good, 1 year off. But yeah, I don't think Richmond's a pick, so I won't mind trading this guy out this week. We'll see how it goes. I've kind of got 3 guys I've got to trade out, but maybe Short can hold a week. It is St Kilda at Marvel. Pryor, I mean this. Okay, so we'll go into Essendon. I think Essendon are embarrassing on all 3 levels, more so than the bottom 4 teams. Like what we know are going to be the bottom 4 teams: Richmond, West Coast, North, and then like a St Kilda or something like that, right? I think they're more embarrassing than all of those teams because they still think that they can win, and they're putting a lot of money into this hope of winning. Ben Mackay is not a good enough player to be on that contract. His serviceable, but should not be on the contract he is or anywhere near it. The midfield, I mean, Merritt is good. Caldwell can be okay, but where is everyone else? You have spent like so many top 10 picks. I mean, if we just go here, Durham, is it going to happen sooner or later, right? Nick Bryan's been in the system for I think like 4 or 5 years now. He's not developed at all. He still looks like he'd struggle in the VFL. Merritt obviously is class, but I mean he's getting old, man. Like this is almost like prisoner of war stuff. You should let him go to another team. Sardis still, I mean, he had a lot better game this week, but still looks behind it in terms of development. Perkins, I haven't seen anything from. Draper's, I mean, it's getting out of hand how many players are getting allowed by teams to take snaps in front of goal. Like I'm talking right in front of goal. Like you can see the goal, you could walk it in, and he's taking a snap from a set shot like that. It's just not good. Like people say, oh, but it goes in. Yeah, but it's not good technique, and if your technique's bad, you're gonna fail more than you succeed. Same thing with shooting. Like say shooting a basketball, right? If your technique's good and you miss, okay, you'll probably make the next one. If your technique's bad and you miss, well then you're not gonna make the next one either. Hobbs, I mean, another one. I think he was a top 10 pick. I want to say he was like pick 8 or something like that. McGrath, I've went through this. I think McGrath is an average player that gets overhyped because he was a pick 1. They'll show highlights, and it's like I can see 100 other players do that. It's nothing really special. And then Dersmer, I think they overpaid for. The backline, Zach Reed, he's not AFL level. He should be back in the VFL. Not saying he's complete horrible, just drop him off the list bad, but he's not ready for AFL play. Pryor, I don't know if it's Pryor or if it's the team, because Pryor was, I mean, he was playing for Brisbane, right? Brisbane won a premiership. But this structure of defense is terrible. They're going to give up way over 100 points every week. Who'd they play? Port. Port's going to smash them. Right? Port aren't even that good, I don't think. Like that, but Port beat up on bad teams, and Essendon is a bad team. And I don't say that. Like I go for West Coast, I go for a really bad team. But Essendon are a bad team at the moment. And from, I think it was like one of the AFL shows they've got on, I don't think they have that many picks, so they can't really fix this team up in a year. But yeah, Pryor and Reed, so for Supercoach, I would trade Reed earlier. Reed looks so far behind it. I don't know how long they consist with him. I think they kind of have to because Ridley's out. Laverde, I mean, how old is Jane Laverde nowadays, right? Like, Laverde's not good either, but they haven't got anyone, right? Redmond, they're playing him like as a midfielder nowadays. It's like, well, what's the idea here? Like, what is, okay, we need to stop a goal here. What are we doing? There's nothing, man. Nothing at all. Bice was very good. Like, to go on to another good young player, I mean, I think Bice has been in the system a minute. I don't know if I can check that somewhere. I guess if I go Sydney and then, I don't know. But yeah, I think he's been in the system for a year or two. Bice, I mean, his score was saved by the goal at the end. I think he had like 30 points from that goal. Thank you, clutch points. But yeah, even without that, he was in like the high 50s. You take that, right? It's better than all these guys, and he just looked better than all these guys. I'll take a bad score if they still looked good. That's why I like Sheasel, 81, but he's not going to be the most traded out player. Some people are, but like he's not going to be the most traded out player because he still looks good when he plays. Yeah, I think Bice is probably the top. Actually, maybe it's O'Sullivan. Between Bice and O'Sullivan for like the top defense rookies to bring in. Sin, you can probably wait an extra week for. I'd say it's between Bice and O'Sullivan. I mean, saying that, he's 230 now. If you don't bring him in, he's probably going to be closer to 300 than he is 200. Maybe you hold on Bice and then go one of O'Sullivan and Sin because Bice has the bye. Something like that, anyway. And then Trainer sucks, but yeah, we'll get through that. Even if this is just a dead pick and I use it as a loophole, it's, yeah, Richmond, right? Like, we went through this with Shaw. I don't think Richmond's a Supercoach player team this year. Onto the midfield, I mean, a huge, like, a way better week. A huge improvement from Lachie Neale. I thought Neale was kind of underscored for the game he had. 35 touches, led the team in clearances, just led the team, like, you know, leader point of view. Like, he was a big reason they came back and won. Still clean with it and everything like that. I think age is starting to show a little bit. He can't really take players on anymore. He does have to chip kick it around or handball it off. He can't do much of that anymore. I think his calves are kind of cooked. But yeah, Neale is still very good. I don't expect a good score versus Geelong. And yeah, his history against Geelong is not the best, but I mean, Richmond's a good game for him. Dogs is a good game for him. Collingwood, I mean, it's basically a rivalry game, that one, so that will be good for him. St Kilda, Windhager will go to him. Maybe Saints isn't great. Saints is probably good if you have Zorko. Gold Coast, easy for him. North, easy for him. Melbourne should be easy for him. Melbourne don't look good. We're talking about a team that got pumped by 60, basically. And then Hawks, I mean, that's pretty far down the track. Yeah, Neale looks good. Was he worth 645k? Hell no. Look at total points scored. How many points have I missed? Not going with Connor Rosie or anything like that. A lot of points. He's only averaging 87, even with the 133. Sarong, on the other hand, I mean, he did cop James Jordan. I thought Jordan was kind of going to swap between Brayshaw and Sarong, like, throughout the game. He just stayed on Sarong the whole time. It's like Dean Cox has a live shot of my Supercoach team and then just decides, I'm going to take whoever you've got. Yeah, just not really that good. I guess it's because Sarong can be a bit more damaging, whereas Brayshaw is kind of known to handball to the side or kick backwards, stuff like that. Day's another one. So with Will Day, the difference between Day and Short, I think both have to be traded, but Short looks done. Like, this is the last year people are going to really be tempted by him, because Richmond are going into this rebuild and they look as a rebuilding team, not a Supercoach team. Day, on the other hand, he's right there. I think he's about 2 years away from being one of the, like, he deserves this spot, right? The motor's not really there. The skill set of knowing where to be isn't really there. He kind of, like, there are times where he's just running, right? Like, there's no thought to the running. He's just running down the field. Yeah, I think it's about 1 to 2 years, and then Day's kind of a Supercoach pick. We saw this with Finn Callaghan last year. Callaghan had like a good opening 3 rounds or opening 2 rounds, something like that, and then dropped off because he plays wing. But everyone went, okay, there's talent here, it's just not on show yet. This year, it's a lot more on show. I mean, if we go to GWS, where are we? Finn Callaghan, look at him, he's on ball. And this is with, you know, Josh Kelly in the side, with Tom Green in the side, with Bedford tagging people at centre bounces. Callum Ward, I mean, he's past. He's not. If he attends a centre bounce nowadays, the team's losing. Yeah, I mean, it's probably about 2 years off, right? It's not the worst pick. He's already gone up in price, but not a Supercoach player this year. Clayton Oliver played good, but boy, oh boy, Melbourne suck. It's kind of just... this is what's meant to happen with Melbourne. They kind of delayed it a little bit, but this looks like it's going to be the year where it just starts to fall apart, right? You could say it was last year, but I think this year they're going to be a lot closer to like bottom four status. I can't actually remember what they finished last year. But last year they had a couple of injuries and stuff like that. You had excuses. I think now the team's going to be healthy and you're still going to be down there, which is, it's very different, right? I mean, Oliver still looked okay. I don't think he's a trade out yet. But if this drops off, if he puts up a couple of bad scores, like if Oliver gets tagged, he has not got any of his old skill set to get around it anymore. Like he was always kind of, if he gets tagged, he's kind of cooked. You just got to hope that, I mean, Geelong don't really run a tagger, but Atkins plays defensive. He'll half tag, let's say. Someone like that, you're kind of screwed. You have to hope they go to Petrarca. Essendon. Who were they running as a tagger? Was it Durham? They were running someone as a tagger against Hawks. I mean, the Hawks game is going to be terrible for him. Sydney, I mean, he has to be out by this Sydney game. You have to put him in your flex spot or something here. Because if he cops James Jordan, it's game over. He'll score like a 30. He hasn't got the leg speed anymore. He hasn't got anything. He can't beat a tag anymore. Chera was excellent, honestly. Like 113. I thought this was a bit closer to like a 125, but Carlton to Carlton. And he got stuck on the bench forever. Okay, like if there's a reason for Voss to be fired, it's got nothing to do with the results. It's got to do with the way this team's getting coached. 2 weeks in a row, round 1 and 2, I thought the sub was terrible. I thought that the players kept getting stuck on the bench. The way that they're playing doesn't suit the team they have. They have Sard, who's a kick-out of defence, but then they have all these big body mids who want the ball on the ground. It's like, it doesn't really make sense. It's a conflict of two game styles, thinking that they can have the best of both worlds, and they have none of either. But yeah, I mean, Chera would have scored a lot better, but he got stuck on the bench so long. Tom De Koning did as well. Like, De Koning was on for 150 at one point. He just got stuck on the bench forever. It's like, that's the reason for Voss to be fired. It's not the results. It's the game plan and the game management. It's so poor. But yeah, Chera was okay. I mean, he was better than okay. It's just the team is bad around him. O'Driscoll played well again. He's one of these guys. I don't actually see him when I'm watching the game, but he's there and he's being a connecting player. I just don't see him when I'm watching the game. But I mean, 290s in a row, you'll take it, right? It's probably he is the best rookie so far. Ashcroft brought him in this week. I was pretty. I can't think of the words. I was a fan of his performance. I think that he has a lot of room to develop. I think 72 was a bit overs for his game. He's still got a lot of room to develop. So I think there's going to be a couple of weeks where he's just not in the side or he's the sub. He's a lot further developed than a lot of rookies, but there's still a lot of room there for him to be in a premiership team, or a team that's like not only just won a premiership, but they're trying to go win it again. Not sure if Levi kind of makes the team every week, even though he's looked solid. I just think there's every now and then there'll be something that he does that's wrong. Mitch Nevitt, poor week from him, but he still does everything you want to see. So it was a good fielding option, better than all these guys, even though they scored or two of them scored better. I think he's a better fielding option than everyone here. Sardis, 50-something% time on ground. He could get dropped basically at any point. Sorry about that. Someone decided to call me on a Monday morning. But yeah, Sardis, not great. I mean, 50-something% time on ground. Score was better. Touches were better. I think he ended up, 25, something like that, didn't he? Yeah, I mean, just we could do the whole Essendon thing again, but some of these guys Essendon's picked have just not worked. Look at like a Nick Cox or something like that. It's not. Harrison Jones was meant to be a top forward. He's just not turned into anything. If you needed the cash, I think Sardis is a trade option this week. The scores just haven't been good enough. Essendon haven't looked good enough, and he's a sub risk. Thought he was going to be a sub this week. Lindsay, on the other hand, looks... Actually, it's not even... Last week he looked good. This week, I didn't even see him. If I didn't know what number he wore, I wouldn't even know he played. But you got a 78, so you take it. And then Camperelli, not Camperreali, like I think it's Matt Hill keeps saying. It's Camperelli. Should not have been subbed. I still can't understand why he was subbed this week. Curnow couldn't move. Curnow was cramping at first quarter time, not third. First quarter time, after not even running at the ball for half of the game, Curnow was cramping. And then they sub out Camperelli, who was... did he have a goal? I want to say he had a goal. If he didn't have a goal, he set one up that was pretty nice. Yeah, he must have set one up. I think Camperelli looks good. Carlton should kind of continue with him. Just get games into him. Especially if the team already is rubbish. Just give him games. Let him get some experience. The ruck line, this could have been a lot better. So Sherry dominated Gawn. So much so I'm surprised Gawn's not one of the top traded out guys. Actually, he might be. Used to be able to see it on here. Sherry looked very good. A lot better than he did last week. But then DeConing got screwed with the bench, right? So this could have been a lot better. This could have been 130 and 130. But yeah, it is what it is. I think everyone has DeConing though, so it doesn't really matter what he scores. Just have a quick look. Rucks. So Jones. It's under 50%. I thought it'd be a bit higher. But if you look at it, that's the most common ruck line. And it's the best scoring ruck line as well. If you get total points. It'll probably be Meek, Sherry, something like that. But, I thought they did fine. On to the forwards, some of these were bad. Juan Francis, I don't know if Ken's taking a piss or what. He play him out of the goal square for most of the game. I think his CBAs were down. Yeah, down to 41. Running Jackson Mead, running Willie Rioli in that's the Willie Rioli. That's Jackson Mead. Yeah, Ken had to be taking a piss with this. This is so stupid. Check Ken's Sportsbet account or something, right? That's insane. If that keeps going on, then you do trade Horn Francis, by the way. Break even's kind of cooked. Maybe you can't trade him because he's going to lose money this week. I wouldn't trade him this week. I think this is wrong. I think against Essendon and Marvel, I don't think you trade him. Marvel's a good ground for him as well, being a hard running mid. Marvel's very good for him because it's smaller, so you can get more impact on his kicks and stuff like that. Rankin was on track for 150 and got subbed at 3/4 time. Still waiting. So I'm recording this on Monday. Tuesday, typically Tuesday or Wednesday, the injury reports update. hoping to see Rankin is all good. I hope so. But this could be a thing. So Adelaide kind of remind me of OKC. Adelaide and Hawthorn kind of remind me of OKC in the NBA. That they're winning by so much that they can just sub their guys out. Right? The game was over at halftime against Essendon. Essendon scoring 100 makes it look almost not as bad, but they gave up 161. They lost by 61 points. This game was so over. The defense wasn't even trying in the fourth quarter. It was just ping pong, right? Like, there was no defense getting played at all. So I can see why they subbed Rankin. It's like, he's an injury-prone guy, save his hammy. If he's feeling any type of tightness, to say, hey, it's all good, sit on the bench, you're fine. Like, they subbed Tex in round 1. Playing North this week, it could be the same story. Like, I could definitely see them putting 60 points, or 50 points, 60 points on North, right? Like, North aren't good either. When's their next? I mean, yeah, probably this one. Up in the Gold Coast as well, on the Gold Coast, not on. That might be a game. We'll see. I think Adelaide look very good this year. A lot better than I thought they'd look, but close to what I thought the potential was of what they could be. Jack McRae, he's still got it, man. Like, this is one I'll take. I thought that he was kind of going to be a little wash this year. But, I mean, that's Bevo, right? Like, I think if we go top 3 scoring players, by mids, was it average? Yeah. So if we remove that then. Bulldogs player, Bulldogs player, Bulldogs player. How's that? So Bevo is a terrible coach, or at least a terrible talent scout. Bailey Smith was kind of kicked out, I guess, because he wanted to play as like more midfielder, and they played him as a wing/forward. He's playing half forward now, but he's a midfielder, right? He's at every stoppage. He's just not at the bounce of the stoppage. Dunkley is a premiership player now. I mean, he was there, but he's a lot better premiership player now, and he's actually an important piece to a team. McRae back in the midfield. Who'd have thought, right? Like, one of the best midfielders for Fantasy Supercoach in the last 10 years is very good when he plays his role. Who'd have thought, right? Yeah, Bevo is just on his way out, I reckon. We'll see how this year goes. I think at the end of the year, Dogs probably make a decision. I think if they comfortably make top 8, like, they could finish 6, but if they comfortably make top 8, I think he stays. But if they miss it, I think that there's a conversation to be had, especially when there's going to be some other coaches that are available. Caleb Daniel, poor first half, or first quarter at least. Picked it up towards the end. Had a very good second half. And North just ran away with this game. And I saw Caleb was playing a lot more defensively, right? So, like, taking kick-ins and doing stuff like that. He wasn't just around the ball. I think that's better for him. I still don't think he's a good player, though. So, like, where I was saying you'll take a Sheezel or something like that because they're just good to watch, I actually don't think Caleb Daniel's that good of a player. I'll be honest. I think he's just a good user of the ball, but what does he really give you, right? Like, does he win you a game? I don't think so. Cornerstone didn't play, but we took Pau Pepper, who looked a lot better this week. Ended up trading out Tom Lynch, by the way. Lynch kind of looked cooked, and Pau Pepper was playing. Lynch wasn't. It just worked out better this way. And I ended up not needing cash at all. So Max Hall was pretty poor, but St Kilda half forward, you're prone to have a couple of bad games. Hewitt, this situation with Hewitt's kind of interesting. He hasn't played football in, like, I think it's 2 years. So there's going to be some growing pains, kind of basic, like a new rookie. we'll see if he gets better, but right now he just kind of looks behind it. He could get dropped at some point. And then Davidson he had a very good end of the third and fourth quarter for them. Dogs should have probably won that game. Yeah, look at the umpiring. But Dogs kicked themselves out of it. They missed so many easy chances. There was at least 2 goals that they should have had. But yeah, so that's the team. I'd say the most pressing issues are Short and Day. If I just go with them 2 out, it gives me a mil. I think I also want a defender. That looks fine to me. That looks fine to me. This is a little... I mean, I'd rather have one more, like, proper forward. What can we do? Who are most owned guys right now? Bailey Smith makes sense. So, I could bring in Baz this week. I think, you play him as a midfielder, you play him as a forward. Doesn't matter. The scores count the same. He's better than Will Day. His ceiling is a lot higher than Will Day. Oh, I don't know. And then what? That would give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 forwards. I'd only have to play one, and then that's like between Pepper, Pal Pepper, Davidson, Hewitt. That's not too bad an idea. Think about it. Otherwise, I was looking at Callahan. Where's break even? There we are. So if you don't know how this works, the lower the break even, the more money they make. So these guys will make the most money. If it's high, they're going to lose money if they don't hit this score. So realistically, he's not going to hit 192, so he's going to lose money. You lose value, it's hard to trade someone out. You want someone with a low break even in the negatives, or like a low number, like a 5 or something like that. Rookies, they're appearing now, right? I might go Sullivan. We'll see. Actually, I don't know how much money I'm going to have. Let's see. I want... Where is he? Finn Callahan. Is his break even actually not that low? What is his break even? 0. Okay. Yeah, that'll do. That's a bit too much money. Let's fix that up. What if I just drop Reed? What does that do? 585 isn't bad. I reckon I can find someone for that. Defense. I guess don't worry about break even now. Just go give me the key stats. Zorko, I mean, I miss the money, but whatever. Whitfield is a no, too injury prone for me. Sinclair. I can't make the money, but that's a good pick. Yeah, can't make it work. Dale's not a bad one. What's Dale's kick-ins like? Should be pretty solid, right? We're on CBAs. Dale's kick-ins are... Oh, okay, that's very good. Bramble's taken some though. Ooh, still shared. I don't know if I like that. Who do they play? Next two, I guess. Carlton Marvel. Carlton at Marvel. Freo's not bad for him. Freo give up points to halfbacks. Brizzy kind of the same, not as much. They're kind of high pressure team. St Kilda, yes. 1, 2. I mean, yeah, not many Marvel games either. I mean, you could do Bailey Dale. You could. I don't see a problem with that. I think Max Holmes is a good pick as well. Question with him, is he actually a top 6 player? Top 6 defender? Amon looks very good, by the way. Like, if you're just watching footy, you could almost make the argument, like, through 2 weeks, he's like a top 3 player in the league, something like that. If you look at, actually how he plays instead of just looking at stats. Jeez, I'll go with Dale for now. That gives me the money to do this. Go Sullivan. Something like that. This probably isn't what I'm going to do. I think that it's a bit weird to do. I'll just do that. Do that. There we go. That gives me everyone's playing. Yep. For now, that'll work. I'm not entirely sold on Bailey Dale. I think it's kind of a bit of point chasing going on. Vice captain, captain. Wouldn't touch anyone in this game. Maybe a Rosie. Maybe. I think he could get tagged, but maybe a Rosie. If you've got Libba, I mean, Libba's had a hell of a season. I think that's one for him. Cripps, maybe. Ooh, not really anyone in this one I'm looking at. Sinclair will do very good in that game. If you got Sinclair, I'd chuck a vice captain or a captain on him. Like if you've got Cripps, I'd do like vice captain Cripps and then into captain Sinclair. This one, I'll probably go with Neil. I'm not super sold on this one because Neil's history against Geelong. And then, I don't know, Sarong in a derby. Actually, I wouldn't mind Jordan Clark in a derby, eh? Maybe it's like this. No, because I wouldn't have time to loop anyone. Oh, no. No, I wouldn't. Would have to be a Saturday game. So we'd have to do this. But yeah, so that's probably it for now. Let me know what you guys are doing. Week 2 is a lot easier on the brain for some teams. I mean, if you've got Bailey Smith, Matt Flynn, all these guys, then you're kind of screwed. On that, actually, if you have Matt Flynn, I think you drop a premium to get him to one of these guys. You don't mess around with the rookie guys that are playing, right? So like Reedy, Archer Reed. Reedy actually got dropped, pardon me. But the Richmond guy was playing ruck, so he could get dual position soon. Don't touch Draper. Yeah, I'll just drop a premium and end up on one of these guys. Someone's decided to start their lawnmower, so that means that's the end of this week. Yeah, let me know how you guys are going. Peace.